A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal development, a Georgia judge has granted prosecutors' request to dismiss a sweeping racketeering case against former President Donald Trump and over a dozen of his allies, effectively concluding a historic series of criminal proceedings that have captivated the nation. The case, which accused Trump and his co-defendants of orchestrating a criminal enterprise to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in Georgia, was originally brought forth by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. The allegations included the use of a fake elector scheme, attempts to seize control of voting machines, and efforts to intimidate election workers. The case was particularly notable as it utilized the state's RICO Act, typically reserved for organized crime, to address the alleged conspiracy to subvert the election results. The dismissal of the case was approved by Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee, following a motion from new prosecutor Peter Skandalakis, who argued that the complexity of the legal issues involved warranted a federal court trial rather than a state-level prosecution. Skandalakis pointed out that untangling the various legal arguments from Trump and his allies could take years, with potential trial dates stretching into 2029 or beyond. This assertion was met with approval from Judge McAfee, marking a significant setback for the prosecution. The case had already faced considerable turmoil, particularly after allegations surfaced regarding conflicts of interest involving DA Fani Willis, who was ultimately removed from the case. The legal saga began in earnest following Trump's infamous phone call to Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger on January 2, 2021, where he infamously requested to find the votes necessary to overturn his loss to Joe Biden. The grand jury indictment accused Trump and his associates of making false statements to state officials, as well as attempting to harass election workers into confessing to non-existent election crimes. Prosecutors alleged that the defendants conspired to illegally access sensitive voting data, which was then distributed among members of the enterprise, including individuals in other states. The case garnered national attention, with many viewing it as a pivotal moment in the ongoing discourse surrounding election integrity and the former president's actions. Despite the dismissal of this case, Trump still faces a range of other legal challenges, including charges related to mishandling classified documents. However, the conclusion of this RICO case effectively allows Trump to continue his political ambitions without the looming threat of criminal penalties for his actions surrounding the 2020 election. Trump's defense team has characterized the case as lawfare, asserting that it was a politically motivated attempt to undermine his candidacy and influence. The end of the Georgia case also highlights the complexities and challenges faced by prosecutors in pursuing high-profile cases against prominent political figures. Skandalakis, who took over the prosecution, emphasized that the pursuit of this case would not serve the interests of Georgia citizens, given the lengthy timeline and the unprecedented nature of the allegations. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the dismissal of this case may have significant implications for Trump's future endeavors, as well as for the broader narrative surrounding the integrity of the electoral process in the United States. With the legal battles behind him for now, Trump is likely to refocus on his political career, potentially positioning himself for a comeback in the upcoming elections. The ramifications of this case and its dismissal will surely be felt in the political arena for years to come, as the nation grapples with the fallout from the 2020 election and the ongoing debates about democracy, accountability, and the rule of law. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.